Hey, what's up, Street Talks? This is Eric Kim from the Eric Kim Street Photography blog. So first of all, I'm really excited to announce that for my July 30th to 31st workshop, I still have 3 spots open, and we're actually going to get some Leica representatives to come out to the event and bring some M9s and lenses and some compact cameras. So if you have ever wanted to shoot with the Leica M9, please come out. Sign up. There's about a week left to register. If you're interested in registering, shoot me an email at erickinphotography@gmail.com. I have some information below. Anyways, so what I wanted to make today's video about was a very inspirational quote that just kind of popped into my head after watching this film called Midnight in Paris with Woody Allen. He was the director, and Owen Wilson was one of the lead actors. And the quote was, "The opportunity to shoot the past is now." Just to give you a little bit about the background of this idea. So in the movie Midnight in Paris, Owen Wilson is the lead character, and he's a writer, and he romanticizes the past. In the movie, he's an American, and he goes to Paris to get married, and he's just obsessed with the streets of Paris. Like, this place is so beautiful, this place is so wonderful. But if I had any opportunity to live in Paris or anywhere else in the world, it'd be in the 1920s. And he just romanticized all the famous writers in the past. And he's, what ends up happening is somehow he gets transported back in the 1920s and meets like Scott Fitzgerald and all these other writers, and he is pretty much living his dream, his living the 1920s, but somehow, somewhere, towards the end of the movie, one of the characters he meets who's from the 1920s, she talks about wanting to live back in even an earlier period in the 1800s where she thought that was amazing. And somehow the people in the 1800s romanticized about living a little earlier in the Renaissance. So essentially the whole gist of the movie is, don't think about the past so much. Don't try to really romanticize it. Sometimes I think when it comes to street photography and photography in general, we think about, oh, the majestic streets of Paris in the past, or Robert Frank's The Americans, and we just think that nowadays everything just looks the same. There's nothing really to shoot. I wish it was the past and I'd be able to get much better images, but I'm sure when they were shooting street photography in the past, what they were shooting, these old guys with these huge top hats and canes. I mean, I'm sure that was the norm. And those, people, when they were taking the photos, it probably wasn't that extraordinary. And the same, you see people walk around with iPods or cell phones. I mean, even though nowadays it doesn't seem very romantic or nostalgic, I'm sure like 50 years from now, people are going to see people with headphones like, what the hell are those? Or see people with cell phones like, is that a cell phone? And I'm pretty sure they're going to have some crazy technology by then. So just coming back to my point, don't let these false romanticizations of the past and other locations really fool you into thinking that I can't shoot a good photograph anywhere else I am. When I went to the Leica Magnum event in Paris and I spent an entire week shooting there in the streets of Paris, it was a really wonderful opportunity to shoot there and a lot of cool opportunities. But still, even in Los Angeles, there's a lot of great photo opportunities. I've been exploring Hollywood, I've been exploring Santa Monica, the beach, all these other places to shoot, and even places in the Midwest. Hitting up, you could hit up Chicago, you could hit up Detroit, in the East Coast, go to New York, other places in the world. And if you're living in a little bit more rural area, of course there's not as many people out there, but street photography doesn't always have to be people. And there's always opportunities, and or you could always take a bus, train, car, and travel and see the world a little bit. But anyways, yeah, really think about that. The opportunity to shoot the past is now. What you're shooting right now, maybe 100, 200 years from now, people look at your images like, wow, this is what it looked like 100 years ago. So just keeping that in mind. And yeah, once again, if you're interested in signing up for my street photography workshop, it's July 30th to the 31st. It's going to be really awesome, very hands-on. the class is going to be small, limited to 10 people. That means you're going to have a lot of opportunities to really get your work critiqued, commented. We're going to spend lots of time shooting on the streets, actually going over practical tips, how to get over the fear of shooting street photography, what are some good things to look for in a street photograph. We're also going to be editing with Lightroom 3 and going over workflow. And of course, being able to shoot with the Leica M9 if you guys are interested. So yeah, shoot me an email, erickinphotography@gmail.com, or see the information below. Take care and hope to see you guys there. Peace.